Oh, that's a
big
good
shot.
one, too. Man.
What's good, guys? Prince Sports here, coming at you with another one. Shakur Stevenson, you're all over Twitter. You're all over social media. You're mad because people call you boring. You even got into it with Cameron and Mace.
Core, Twitterson. Like, my nigga, 4 hours of tweeting about me and Mace is wow. You boring, nigga. You boring. Everybody's seen it. We ain't the only ones who seen it. You boring, nigga. I thought I was rather polite about it. I thought it was cool. Niggas asked Tiafimo, you seen the fight? He said, hell no. Why the fuck would I watch that? It went 12, right? Yeah, I knew it went 12. Tim Bradley, he's announcing the fight. He says, I got my coffee ready. Round 3 is like about time to start drinking the coffee before I fall asleep. He ain't say the fall asleep part, but that's what he was referring to.
Because they called you out. It's not their fault that you putting people to sleep, all right? Or the general consensus think that you putting them to sleep, right? I mean, you have to understand something. You could say you're the best boxer in the world. You could sit there and say you are the most entertaining fighter in the world. You don't get to judge that. The people do. We judge your market, okay? You put the product out there and it's up to the people if they wanted to accept it or they don't want to accept it. You in a 135-pound division. You had 22 fights. You should be knocking people out. You should be entertaining. You should be taking big fights. That's how you earn your name and your reputation. Floyd was known as a boring fighter, but Floyd didn't become with that stigma until he hit the welterweight division, right? Early in his career, he was entertaining, and people say, hey, he was knocking people out, right? That's what you need to do, Shakur Stevenson. You can't put people to sleep before you even become a household name. You got to earn the right to put people to sleep, right? You got to become famous. You got to back it up with some trash talk. You got to back it up with something that's going to be entertaining to the general public, because boxing, just like all sports, are entertainment. It's sports and entertainment. Don't say you buy tickets. Don't say you watch sports just to sip on a tea and say, hey, you don't want to be entertained. It don't go that way. You know what I mean? Every form of sports is a form of entertainment, no matter how you slice it, right? And we as the people, since you put all your stuff out there, your whole boxing career is on the spectrum. We could judge it whatever way we want to judge it, right? Because the people decide whether we consider you the people's champ or we consider you the people's chump, right? Instead of bitching and moaning and complaining, why won't you get out there, compete, knock some people out, and exchange with somebody a little bit? I understand your boxing style is to hit and not get hit. I understand that, okay? If that's how you get down, that's how you get down. And I know your whole purpose is to get in the ring and win, right? But at the same time, you have to understand people are paying money to watch you fight, all right? So if you're not going to get hit, why won't you do the majority of the hitting and knocking these guys out? Simple, right? Even Floyd had some, welterweight knockouts with the Ricky Hatton and stuff like that. You have to do that, right? And I'm just going to go on record. You are actually a more boring fighter than Floyd because you're only in your 22nd fight, right? You didn't even move up to welterweight, and by your size, it looks like you're going to be welterweight. I could tell that you're going to move up in weight. You're tall, you got a long reach. Yeah, you're going to definitely be a welterweight one day. And if you're going to move up in weight, you're going to have to move up in your skill, right? Put some time and effort into perfecting a boxing skill set that could dominate your opponent. If you dominate your opponent, even in a defensive way or the Paris way, you would get a lot of people on your side. You would get people saying you're not boring anymore. But once you get that stigma of being boring, it's very hard to erase, and you may forever be known as a boring boxer. And the only way you could do that and get rid of that stigma is to knock people the fuck out. That's it. So Shakur Stevenson, shut the trap, get in the ring, and dominate. You should not be struggling in fights going to 12 rounds. You had 2 duds. You bore people to sleep with 2 fucking fights that you can't even put your opponent away. The first one you said you was boxing with one hand and you only fought 50%. That sounds like a bullshit excuse. The secondary fight, you're 100% healthy and you still couldn't put the guy down. You literally outboxed the guy for 12 rounds and not even in a dominant fashion either. It's embarrassing, dog. Get your shit together. Sports out. Peace.